Good morning. It's me, Angie, with Learn Love Tarot, here to bring you messages from the daily moon cycle for messages for our best and highest good. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I do appreciate all your likes and you subscribing to the channel by sharing your energy with me. And to know more about me or personal readings, you can visit my homepage. So, good morning. It's going to be a general message today, whatever spirit would like us to know. I posted last night the energy of the moon cycle so we could look back on Saturday, Sunday, and then yesterday's readings of the energy so that you could check and look back using this to see how that felt for you. So, moving forward, you'll know wherever the moon is what kind of effect that has on your own energy. So we are here on today, which is Wednesday, the 26th of March, and we have the path of knowledge today. So, in that energy, when we add the 3 plus the 26 of the 2025, we get our angel number 389. Those digits added together are a 38. So if you relate to the number 38 in any way, maybe that's an age or whatnot, that might resonate for you. 38 years ago was 1987. Good morning, Judy Jude. What would you doing in 1987, girl? That was a 7 year. Now, we do break down the 3 plus 8 into the number 11 of justice energy. So we have this balance that wants to happen in the universal energies. And then 1 plus 1 further adds up or reduces to a 2 in numerology. And we can see this high priestess energy of downloads coming in hot and heavy. Now, I wrote on my notes yesterday intuition on Fleek, and that energy is really going to continue for the rest of the weekend. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for being here. A little word to the wise about today's energy that the moon is void of course for the majority of the day. So, on top of having this time span of Venus retrograde. Inside that window is Mercury retrograde. And then inside that little window, just for today, we have the moon void of course, which is like the energy of a Mercury retrograde. Communications can go haywire. Anything electronic may not get sent. You may have to resend. It's all the re's, but really to an exponential level because of the three retrogrades that are currently happening. Then add in today's little moon energy of how that feels. And it could just be kind of a quiet day, is what I would recommend. And then when I did post for this week of what this was going to feel like, here we are in this part of the moon cycle. We had this last week. Starting Saturday, we hit that third quarter moon where we readjust, decide if we are going to stick with the old plan or make a new one, make adjustments. And then we move down into this weekend of the solar eclipse in Aries. So you did move to Columbus, Ohio that year? That's insane. That's awesome. Good morning. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you guys so much for being here. I did, like I said, post that yesterday. It was a about an hour and 20 minutes to go through all of the energies through Saturday, but I will be dividing those out by the days to help us out there. That way we can look back, look at our journals, see how that energy played out for us. And then looking forward, kind of track again how we are feeling when the moon is in a particular sign, because it's going to be different for everyone, but it is going to have an effect on our energy. So today's notes on the path of knowledge, I don't believe I've got the song before, but it's Britney Spears. Don't ask me. I just report the messages. I got Britney Spears, "Oh Baby Baby." How was I supposed to know? And the high priestess already does know, and she's asking for a sign. And what a week to be getting signs, because we have a lot of energy, as you'll see on that predictive energy of where we are at that 30 degrees that is coming to a head. 30 degrees of Pisces is about fulfilling our desire. In addition to that, when I looked up the release date here, 9/29, if that resonates for anyone, 1998. That reduces the day and the month, reduces to a 9/11, which ends the angel number of a light worker. Okay. And we don't forget that we started Sunday with our storyline of our protagonist being the light worker. So we also have 1998, adding up the 10 and the 9 and the 8 is 17. So we have the energy of Wheel of Fortune and the star, further breaking down to angel number 929. So I do want to quickly check that out to see what messages may be laying in there for us today as well. It's always something. How are you guys doing today? Are you ready for this? I think I titled the rest of this week "A Whole Mood." So it's a whole mood. So I am planning on just putting my nose to the grindstone and working and laying low. So 929, look at that. Spiritual instincts. Establish your soul relationship. Your abilities to connect with the divine are being strengthened. Through this number, your angels call upon you to trust this fact and connect to them. Lie with your hands on your crown chakra, which is the top of your head, or on a 7-day, we focus on the crown, and repeat the mantra, "I am connected." So I'll take a picture of this and post it with my Angie notes later on today. But how cool is that? That's freaking awesome. So little bit on the head there. So that would probably be why I'm getting a Britney Spears song that I don't even know where I was in 1998. I think I might have been just coming home from New Zealand. Who knows? I'll have to ask one of my girlfriends that are my timekeepers for me. I think everything was last year. Well, with all this Pisces energy, we are going to use the Mermaid Tarot deck. There is the Eight of Wands, which is another definition here of spiritual downloads. It is fast, passionate, fiery communication. So, like I said, with that moon void of course today, just be careful that wires are not getting crossed in communications. I'm taking advice from both of these ladies and keeping my mouth shut as far as, like I said, laying low. It's a whole mood. And if you're here, then we know how to surf above those lower level energies. Other people are going to be feeling some kind of way, and we cannot say that. That's like is this going to be an exploding volcano or what? Other people are going to be feeling some kind of way. And we have this 11 energy here with that justice. So look at that, 2, 2, 2. That's pretty cool. Let me look further at the bottom of the deck here before I move further, because these are always shuffled with the intent of get them ready for the next reading. So it looks like with this volcano ready to blow, there's a quick decision about an action. Am I going to hang around here and just watch it smoke? The smoke show? Somebody's a smoke show. Okay. There might be someone coming across your path today who's a whole ass smoke show. That means they're hot, in case we didn't know that. So somebody might be a smoke show here. There might be some kind of truth revealed. And look at that, High Priestess on the bottom of the deck as well. I'm glad I paused there. 212. Again, lots of twos here and more water energy with the moon. So it's like High Priestess is using her powers for healing. And look at that beautiful full moon. So let me go ahead and see what we got here. This is kind of how I roll with just checking out the pre-shuffle energy. And look at that. Another ace there in 11. So we have here some kind of truth that might either be revealed because the high priestess can be about secrets. Um, Again, like I said, I'm just kind of laying low and talking to you guys today, and I can't wait to. She's here. Jennifer, hello, good morning. Can't wait for my client today. So it's going to be super fun. We've got again, that high priestess energy with the moon energy of the 18 card, which is a 929. Like I said, that's an 11. And we have the Five of Cups here with the Nine of Pentacles. This could be even news here of either breaking the news to someone or hearing news about someone that is newly single or maybe has come into their own in some way, a rise in status here with the Nine of Pentacles. And this is my favorite Five of Cups out of all of my decks because instead of focusing on the three broken cups with his head hung low, this is a maturation of that energetic where they're appreciating the journey that they've been on thus far. And yes, those cups are spilled, but their time together has come to a close, but they're respecting their relationship. They're respecting the fact that they're just two different people, they're two different species. She cannot live in the ocean full time as much as this seal cannot live, on land the entire time with her in her house. They are two different energies. And that does not, however, take away the love and the time and the friendship and all the years they've spent their whole life together in this deck. And this is where they are bidding each other adieu. And after their goodbyes, she is picking up those cups and heading to that lighthouse without regret, only love and respect, and a gratitude for the lessons learned here. It's really actually very beautiful and into the energy of a new start. So, this could be someone coming to you in your energy since it's on the surface here at the bottom of the deck with the environmentals. But boy, oh boy, that's pretty powerful surface reading before we even get anywhere today. Okay, let's see where we go, guys. Let me know how that's resonating for you today. You remember Brittany being popular in school? Yeah, me too. All I could think of were those hot pink, like fuzzy pigtails on the sides, and uh, I just had a memory pop in my head. My grandma knitted this hat for me that had like the little ear flaps with the strings and like the little pom poms on the end. But then on each ear, like those Britney Spears pom poms, she made, I forget, you make all the loops, right? And then you snip the loops and it makes a pom pom. But I had a pom pom on each side, either side of my ears. So it was like that, right? Kind of like the Britney Spears hat, but it was called my Nini hat. And I thought, and that's how I learned to walk because I was holding on to the ninis or the pom poms. And I thought, if I'm holding on to something, then surely I'm not going to fall and I can walk. That memory is popping in for a reason. Like maybe we think we can't do something, but if we feel like we've got a hold on it, we just gotta go for it without thinking of it. It's like that sense of confidence, and it wasn't really anything holding me up, but I felt like because I was holding on to something, that, instead of holding on to grandma or mom's fingers or whatever object was there that I could glide across, um, I was able to walk because I felt like I had those hands, or I felt like I had that support, and just went, and that's when I walked for the first time. So I don't know why that matters today or where that may come into play, but we shall see. I want to use my cosmic oracle here this morning to see what spirit wants us to know today and what this reading is all about. Yeah, like a sense of security, but that faith, and that, like, oh yeah, of course I'm holding on to something. Of course I'm not going to fall. Of course I've got a hold of something here. I can totally do it. So this might even be us not realizing our gifts and our own ability to balance and to decide, to decipher our own truth. I mean, this energy here, all that water, the rest of the week was just crazy when I'm looking at the energetics for the rest of the week. So let me know how you like that. That's probably my first really kind of teachery video I've done like that in a while. I figured out how to use the pause button and how to make my life easier. So I know that sounds hilarious, but apparently StreamYard only added that feature a couple years ago. I just hadn't found it yet. All right, let's see where we go. What does Spirit like us to know today? What would Spirit like us to know today? Happy to see you live too. Thank you so much. Look at that. Beautiful. I love this card. I think this is the card the first card I ever pulled for myself when I got this deck. Golden Crown. Look at that. The crown energy. I forget where I said that. Oh, the year, breaking down from 38 years ago, would have been, and that's an 11, but then 1987 was a 7 year, which is about the crown. Okay. Wow. And there it is. And this is about choices, which was our first card here. This is the Two of Wands, a choice of action. And there's some kind of truth here that has been buried deeply for a long time that is yet undiscovered. It's been hidden in the moon here. That could simply be, simply not simply, it could simply be spiritual gifts on high alert. I wrote down, like I said, intuition on Fleek. So if this ain't intuition on Fleek, I don't know what is. So this message, whatever this is, does bring healing, because we have this beautiful moon siren here who, as she sings under the light of the full moon, those healing notes of music are getting carried across. And just like energy does, right? The waves that we talk about, we can't see them, we can feel them, but they are always there. So some kind of healing truth here with this choice or with this action. It could even possibly be on, I like looking at the crosses or the angles as well of how the cards are laid out. And this truth is like this, and that can be true. Like, we can still love each other and have so much respect for all the years we've spent, and at the same time still have to make a choice to fly solo here for whoever this might be for today. Okay. This double secret here is kind of driving me nuts. What is this choice energy? Crossed by communication. This is all about that Eight of Wands on the split, literally communication, fast, passionate communication, whether that is tapped into our third eye. I feel like it is communication from spirit, those downloads. And here we see the wolf that is usually depicted in moon energy cards. Whether we are going to choose the path of fear, of the unknown, or whether we're going to have faith in the future of the unknown and understand that you're going to be just fine, even though this is maybe a sad situation. It's more of a bittersweet, because there's love, and that these two energies just can't coincide together anymore. And it's kind of like it is what it is. And we are reaching the balsamic stage of the moon. It's the final crescendo. The dark is on the right side, so that means we use the left hand to turn the light of the moon down. And before we go completely dark into that new moon of potential Saturday morning, that is where, with the eclipse energy threaded and layered in there, we can expect powerful change. It is the clapper energy of that's a wrap. This is a time for healing as we move forward from now into the weekend. So, like I said, I'm laying low, and be very, very careful with any kind of communication, because with the retrograde energy already throwing kind of an energetic wrench in the works, then on top of today, the moon being void, of course, for the majority of the day. I mean, it's still like 4:30 this afternoon. So I I would not try to keep your cool, because anything that gets sent, anything that gets signed, anything important that's communicative or revolves around that may need a redo. So if you're able to put it off until the energy is a little more conducive, after that void, of course, it would be better. And this is my Middle Eastern dancer card, which is why I was so delighted when I pulled it for the first time. So, what is this crescendo here? This is where we let go and move on. Eventually, that hug, that hug will end. They'll move on. He'll go back to the ocean, and she'll go back to the lighthouse. I'm feeling like this seal is important in the symbology here. Let me see if I can look up. I want to check out that Selkie, the spiritual significance of a Selkie. Five of Cups. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so I remember that I do have, I have my own little notes here. The Selkie seal is about embracing our inner child and letting go of fears of the unknown. So, like I said, what we do know, is that going to blow? It's a decision or a choice of action. Okay. It asks us, are we avoiding success by refusing to dive into an opportunity? It's a symbol of balanced influences. Here and here, and all the twos, the balancing, right? And obviously, that Selkie lives in the seawater, but gives birth gives birth on land, which is Earth. So this is a combination. This is the North and South nodes, Pisces and Earth of Virgo. I wrote down as well, being a little thicker skinned, right? Like that seal. It's easier to let negative conditions roll off our back, like the water off a duck's back. What needs emotionally released in order to change balance? Mastery over our emotions that might cloud our perceptions. Okay. So this is about saying goodbye. It's never easy. Letting go is harder still, but not all creatures find joy in the same place, which is something our Selkie is finding out. Her best friend is returning to sea life. Life on land is just not for her. The path they once walked together is now going to divide into two different directions, one on land and the other out to sea. Personal destiny is just that. It's personal. But that doesn't make it any less painful to accept that it might mean saying goodbye to those you love. And we're reminded here that life is not without choices, and choices are not without consequence. The Five of Cups remind us that pain is a part of life, but the suffering is optional. Fabulous new opportunities await you after you say goodbye. Life will go on, and this will not be the last time you'll have to let something or someone go. So, this is all about release here, and we see the choices. So, everything is a choice, and that choice always has a consequence. And sometimes we have to weigh those options and just see and look at all this third eye energy, you guys. I mean, I can't get past it with the water. Double High Priestess. It's like, and here too, this has been coming. And it is part of the journey here. This is part of that sacred journey. 26 energy. That is an 8 of choices. The lemniscape energy will always balance itself out. And if we do not balance it, that's when the universe comes in and goes, here you go. It's part of the journey. There is the essence seed of who we came here to be. And wow, that is heavy, heavy water. Underneath that, the card of intuition. And we've got that 18 energy of the moon, making it a 9, like we see here in the 9 of Pentacles. It looks like for whoever this information is for, we've come to the resolution, as painful as it might be, that this journey here, as it was, is beginning anew. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep that on the bottom for us. That's just beautiful energy. What else do we need to know here? Yep. We got that, setting that burden down, eyes on the prize. All right, let's get our reading. Thank you for allowing me to kind of riff on the energy there. How you guys doing? Yeah, let me quickly do my little romper stomper room here with my looking glass. Miss Judy, Miss Kaylee, thank you guys so much. Jonna and Judy, thank you guys. Look at that, 3 J's in a row. Jonna, Jonna, Judy, Jennifer, all in the same row. Say that 5 times fast. Miss Peg, thank you guys again. Thank you. Miss Becca's here. Thank you guys. And Kath, I love it. Love, love, love it. Is this resonating for anyone? Can anybody relate to this maybe difficult decision here of this balsamic moon? It's like the last, it's, what's that song? Hold on. It's coming. It contains lyrics about, it's something about love's death rattle. That last gasp, that last, what is that? It's literally, the lyric contains love's death rattle. Yeah, this is not easy. This is the nightmare siren. And if you can see how this siren is screeching the entire night, so much so that this researcher cannot sleep. It's been keeping her up all night. She's just there to, do her studies, and this nightmare siren is not letting that be. And there's that Wheel of Fortune energy, this turn of fate. Whatever this decision has been, if this is resonating for you, this choice, it does, feel like we've ruminated, gotten in our heads so much to the point of not being able to sleep about it. But it is a turn of faith. This is divine timing, is now here showing up. In divine timing only ever means when the energy is balanced. That's the divine timing. People say, well, when's this going to happen? When's this person coming? When you balance. That's why I don't do timing. Yeah, I can tell you when the energy will be favorable and will be there in most supportive, and what the outside energetics, the energy weather is going to feel like. But it's still everybody's own free will to whether they make that new choice or stick with the old. right? And if that old choice is not balanced, we're going to then just simply repeat a cycle of the same. And if we make a new choice, that is a chance for the wheel of fortune to turn in a different direction. That is crossed by Five of Swords. Yeah, make the choice, because if we play stupid games, we get stupid prizes. And it's like all fun and games until somebody really gets hurt. This is a reconfiguration. I like that. The 5 to the 6 of the progression. Spiritual downloads, again, 6 of Swords, and another seal. It's not a Selkie this time, it's a black seal. So I'm interested to see what that might mean for you. Yeah, playing stupid games. This is our ending here, that universal Drano. If we don't do the choice, and if that choice is that old choice is not balanced, then the universe comes in and goes, I got to balance this out. We had until January 11th, for example, to balance relationships. And this Saturday is the last of the 7 eclipse energies, that cycle of the North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra, all about relationships. And if we didn't by 111 balance out the energy, okay, this is the time that the karmic endings, right? The karma of destiny, the universal energy has to be balanced. So they're going to shove out of our way, even if it's not the nicest way, through harsh words or communication. It's kind of like, we wanted you to do it on your own. This is something you already know to your core, but could have been avoiding the truth about, because it's painful. It's going to require healing, right? But this is asking you to trust those spiritual downloads. This choice is yours to make for a reason. And I feel like it's kind of like, yeah, Ange, I know. Yeah, I know. And then that opens up this Queen of Pentacles energy. So 9 of Pentacles is the first step. Queen of Pentacles is the senior in high school out of all the 4 queens. And then the next step up would be the Empress energy. Okay, so this is not without lots of thought, and it's not without consequence when we don't make the right choice. It's like Spirit is trying to give us advice here about this. And it's like, well, if the energy just didn't reconfigure, this is about, if at first you don't succeed, try again, because the first time he tried to set up these 6 swords and have this seal pull him along, didn't work. So then he had to try to reconfigure them a different way. He's working on this sled. He's trying to figure out how to follow Spirit in the easiest way possible. And this is definitely spiritual journey stuff, guys. Big time. Big time. And whatever needed to go, if it hasn't gone yet, we're about to get some help with that. So just so we know, we have that progression 5 to 6, our tower, and then comes in this next step here on the bottom of the deck. Is speaking really loud today. Listen to, this is something I feel very strong. You already know it's something we don't want to know. Okay, there's that 10 of Wands holding on to the burden. It just twisted itself. Okay, not setting down that 10th wand. This in reverse, this is about, see how focused she is? She's already done all the heavy lifting. All she has to do is drop off the load. And in reverse, it's like, I'm going to carry this weight. It's like a martyr kind of energy when I could be celebrating. Okay. This is the trine of energy, cardinal water, Cancerian energy, more water. It's about, again, balance with the scales of body, mind, and spirit. There's the Chariot, again, the head and the heart align so that the soul drives the chariot forward, and our head and our heart are fighting about whatever this is. Whoever this is for, could be somebody pretty dead sexy or fun, or maybe we just want to get our own night on to fill our own cup, because we know in this deck with the Ace of Cups, this sea life if there's some, these are all living creatures inside this cup. And when the creature outgrows the cup, it goes on to the new cup. It doesn't bellyache about it. It goes, I've just grown out of this life. I've grown out of this container, and it goes. It doesn't think twice. And then another creature will come in and fill its place. And that's what we're seeing here. That energy will be replaced. The void will be filled by the universe, but we've got to create an empty cup for other energy to come in. Okay. And this is about not belly aching about our growth. Like, it's just is what it is. It doesn't sit and think, oh, I don't want to leave this old cup. It hurts too much because I can't get any bigger. It just goes because it knows it needs. It's instinctual. So again, this is something instinctual that we know, and it's like, yeah, I know. That's what it feels like. Yeah, Ange, I know. Well, I know you know then. What are we going to do about it here? All right. Let me get one more. What is this Ten of Burden? The Ten of Burdens. New name for that card. The Ten of Burdens. There you have it. What is this Ten of Burdens? That needs to convert to the Ace of Wands. So again, the choice is yours. We saw it in the upright, and then it wanted to fly out in reverse. This is for someone who is continuing to stay in that cup, even though they have outgrown it. Okay. It's like, does this cup make my butt look big? Well, yeah, because we're piling out of it. The cup overfloweth. Oh, that's a good thing, Kathy. I cracked myself up. Clearly, like, this is so much fun. I mean, Lordy be the end of a cycle in order to complete a new one. It's just another cup. This is something that's been coming. And again, we don't want the liquid Drano version from the universe, because those are often much more painful, much more energy to kind of have to work through, when we could have saved ourselves the trouble. And instead of kind of deal it with, willy-nilly with the truth, or gaslighting ourselves, like, it's okay, this cup, even though it's squeezing me and I'm completely muffin topping over the top of the cup, it's okay, I can just stay here, I'm needed. Again, more of that, like, very martyry, like, I've got to do it. No, you don't. Whoever this is for, it's like we're telling ourselves that we have to do something. And it is a choice. It's very strong here. Spirit wants you to know you got to make the choice, because if you don't, this solar eclipse energy, it's not playing around. Okay. And after this ending, there's that sword again, new information. I always, when I very first got this card, I saw this as the iceberg energy of, we can only see up top, but underneath there's a whole other world here. And she has found this sword of truth. She doesn't even know what the sword is. She doesn't even know what that object is. She doesn't know that this information can be harmful. She doesn't know. She's the Page of Swords. She's the freshman of the pages. She knows nothing. She's just an observer. That's because they are learning, right? They're taking it all in. So whatever this ending is, this feels new for someone. Like, I'm not really sure what that other life looks like without this bestie here in it. It certainly doesn't feel like an easy choice. I get it. I get it. And underneath the bottom of the deck, this card set, yeah, this is something that somebody that's been in our life for a long time, or a situation could be work. The Ten of Pentacles are literally all the roots of our tree of life. They connect to everything, our ancestors, the past. This is family gathered around for Thanksgiving, community energy. It encompasses the Ten of Cups, everybody that we love and who loves us. And there is victory after this, but Five of Pentacles. There's a loss. There is a leaving. Five of Cups is emotional abandonment, and the Five of Pentacles is physically leaving something behind here. What was once victorious, okay, what is ending is something that was once victorious. It's part of who we are. It helped make us who we be, right? Present moment. But this all four aces of potential with the Magician, which is energy from yesterday. That was yesterday's power card. We don't want to face that new start. Because we can't possibly imagine all that's being shown to us or all that is on offer. The fear is real here. Again, choice about somebody from the past. This could even be connected to we've known them since childhood, or this is something we've done. It used to make us, that was wish fulfillment, or so we thought. And the truth of it is that we grow up. We evolve, we change, we grow out of that cup. And then it just becomes this Nine of Wands repetition of, I'm just getting through the day. It's the same day over and over and over again. He works 7 days a week, 24 hours a day to keep those fires going. And when is the pain of sitting in that cup that's too small for us? When the pain of doing that is greater than the pain of ending it for the scary unknown, then we go. And I would hope that we don't want to be pushed out of that here. Ooh, okay. A little gypsy style reading today there, apparently. Thank you. Thank you, Peg. Thank you. I do forget to say that because I get, what did Ed say the other day? She's in the zone. When I get in the zone, that is what exists at that moment. Thank you for hitting the like button. What is the advice here today? That's why you're all here. Mindful group think. There's that four energy of stability. And whatever this new stability is, it's again a matter of time, that Wheel of Fortune energy. And there's a key here, a keyhole. And then the key is next to this lavender rose. Also seeing cake in another lighthouse up here in the energy. And there's our tree of life that I was talking about, the pentacles of connectedness to all things. We got didn't daisies show up a couple times yesterday too, with that badger card? Yeah, this is certainly not easy. And I did not even notice this is a carousel behind there, right? That energy that ever turning, it's a ride. And there's music notes here. This looks like a clothesline dryer, or the swings, at the amusement park where you get up in the swings and they swing all around. It's like the clock is ticking here. It is our choice, but keep in mind, if it's not in our best and highest good, then that's when the universal Drano comes in here to says, let me help you with that. Okay, it's time to get back again to our authentic self. And we may have lost who we are. Look at that again, an 11. 11 of the day, the energetics of the day. And then we've got all those twos. Okay, which is a 1 and a 1. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and read this mindful groupthink. I haven't looked at that card in quite a while, because certainly we're here to help each other. So hopefully this brings in some good advice for you personally. This is about keeping a clear mind. It can be hurtful thoughts, right? That 5 of Swords, and a groupthink. The human mind can be so many things: a prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never ending expansion, right? It's the choice there. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key as you're in a fertile time for full manifestation. It's the week of fulfilling our desire energy, learning the lesson of the SATs of Neptune, 30 degrees in Pisces is about becoming what we idealize. You can't, are we our ideal selves when we can't even fit in that old cup anymore, but we're convincing ourselves that it's fine. The dreaded, it's fine. Mm-mm. There's better. We want to ensure that the seeds we plant will sprout and flourish into the life we seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. So here is that seed that I was talking about here of who we came here to be. This is a sacred journey, okay? About following our own intuition and our guidance here of the moon, listening to the communication from spirit. Okay, it's all about these downloads. I feel like very strongly, though, if this is a reading for whoever is listening, this is something you already know you've been faced with making a choice at. Okay. It's easy to be influenced by others right now, too, especially in our digital age. It's hard to protect ourselves from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding us 24/7. If we allow all the fear and uncertainty to pollute our mind and emotions, we'll fill ourselves up with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Staying out of gossip and other forms of groupthink for when we cut another person down to their level, quote unquote, due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by our envy or we activate lack for ourselves. So again, when people are projecting and telling us something that doesn't feel very nice to our heart, remember that has nothing to do with us. That is their own inside self projecting outward because what feels good inside, they're trying to get out, right? But what they don't realize is that they just continue that negative energy for themselves exponentially and then have more to look into and heal. So, this is asking us to fill our thoughts with plenty. Imagine the universe is unfettered by scarcity and alive with abundant hope and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good, love more love, and gratitude more things to be grateful for. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. I love, I'm glad that I picked up that up to read that because this is what we're all talking about here. Our thoughts become things, and whatever it could even be ending a cycle of, oh, what is this? I'm having new thoughts now, and discovering, wow, that really does work. I don't have to stay up here in this nightmare. And even if I'm afraid to get my buns out of that too tight cup, it's going to happen for us. We're going to continue to encounter resistance that doesn't feel good until the universe makes it so stinking uncomfortable that we have to. We're going to keep coming across the energies that do not feel good. Energies that do not feel good. All right. For some reason, I want to pull to get us out of here afterwards today. I just want to go through a little bit of all signs energy as far as looking at the different suits and seeing what the idea is here. Yeah. Wow. And didn't I say yesterday that the dream I'd had the night before was I said that on the reading for the daily energetics. My teacher reread, I saw lightning bolts in my dreams, and that's all it was. So this is, look at that, another 1 and 1 or an 11 karmic relationship, releasing the past. If we don't let it go, the universe will make us increasingly more miserable until the pain of staying becomes worse than the pain of being afraid of the new. That's when this happens. That's when this revelation happens. Look at the amber energy surrounding. Yep, there's the chariot. Merkaba activation, ground, shield, and protect. Get ready, guys. This is movement here. Get ready to roll. All right, releasing the past. This is the olive suit. This is from the Twin Flame or Soul Ascension. And don't let the name of the book fool you, because we have more than one twin, and it is about mission, and not necessarily about romantic love. It's about raising the vibrational frequency of the planet, and how the lessons that you learn together or apart are pushing you in that direction of raising your frequency by this knowledge about being able to release and let go what is no longer serving us. How long are we going to sit and wonder when that volcano is going to blow? It's going to eventually blow, and then we may have more to clean up than we bargained with, because we didn't take heed and enter that healing and really give it the love and attention and respect that that lesson brought in for us. Okay. So there was love here. They're just not the same species. We grow apart from people, and it's sad and it sucks, but it's like, you've got to, again, this is very strongly somebody that goes, yeah, Ange, I know the ending, I know. All right. So this is about the olive deck is all about courtships that facilitate our soul's expansion. Karmic relationships are generally romantic in nature, and these partners present themselves to help us release our past. They show us the mirrors, right? And we show them the mirrors of themselves. Typically, these soul teachers show up to help us release toxic relationship patterns related to unrequited love. This card implies that we should not jump into a new relationship before we have fully healed our wounds. The healing, strong healing energy there. Otherwise, we may attract a new karmic partner, which would keep this cycle going, the Wheel of Fortune, until we wake up and choose to move beyond those limiting patterns, letting go of feelings of not being good enough for lasting love so that we can discover our worth. Then we will learn to to set loving boundaries that bring eternal love into our life. Karmic lovers assist us in releasing emotional ties that pertain to obsessive and addictive personality behaviors that are linked to jealousy and codependency. The 111 was the last, that was supposed to be when we cut this ish out. And when that solar eclipse happens, it's like, okay, you're too scared to leave the cup you've been grown out of for even years. Here you go. The universe, just like nature, will balance with or without us. It's like we can go the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. We need to see the gift in the lessons and let go of one-sided relationships. Making a decision to leave behind an old love story that caused us to chase after the adrenaline rush of roller coaster type love. This will free you to move forward into healthy relationships. Okay, so that's literally exactly what that North and South Node lesson was all about. July 17th of 2023 through January 11th, all the 11s of 2025. Independence and autonomy within committed one-to-one partnerships of all kinds that must be balanced. And the South Node was about releasing codependency. And here we have that confirmed here. This is why this energy of this eclipse feels so big, guys. And all this amber, all this wands, this beautiful. This is tower is for us. This is our soul chariot here, 3 to 3 Empress energy. So let's go ahead and see what it feels like in the energy around us with this. The amber suit is all about activation codes, and that's the activation code coming in, channeling down from spirit about this choice. Okay, that's going to open our soul, our crown chakra, our soul energy. 14 of change, it releases this energy. So with the 3 to 3, the activation code that would accelerate ascension is our spiritual light body. It's housed within a sacred geometrical shape called the Merkaba star. It is your soul chariot, which is encoded with divine love and programmed to wake us up to our true selves. As we remove energetic interference and raise our vibration, it prompts our energetic field to emit signals that are distinct to our unique soul frequency, creating a direct line of spiritual communication between you and higher realms. What did Mama say? Mama Angie's here, apparently. Okay, this six-pointed star acts as our soul's vehicle that transports our higher consciousness and enables us to ascend into the higher spiritual dimensions. The staircase, the stairway to heaven of setting down the 10 wands on the front of the cover to open up the hermit and the learning and the ninth step. This year is the 9, and recognize what has gone great, what has not gone not so great, and holding ourselves accountable for both of those decisions, both of those ends of the stick. The six-pointed star acts as our soul vehicle again, and that ascends us to higher spiritual dimensions. It contains our emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical being in every timeline, space, dimension, and reality. It also shields and protects us while anchoring our energy into the earth. The water of Pisces, which we saw at the beginning, the water and the earth, the seal and the girl, land and sea. This card suggests that we program our ascension vehicle with specific intentions. This will help transmute lower frequency energies that have blocked us from achieving our greater good, which will raise our energetic frequency. Activating and elevating our electromagnetic field generates our higher good and brings our heart's desire into form. Wow. Quite the reading today. I said it was a whole mood. And that's what we got here. This is the sacred journey, guys, of that path from July to January, 18 months of this journey. And it's time to become who we came here to be, to become the seed of our incarnation, why we're here. Wow. Aw, you were home for 36 hours and all those that mattered came to see you. It was awesome. I love that. That's right. And those who are still around, I say that all the time. When we kind of graduate from quantity to quality, you know, it feels like we got our big kid pants on. And with that energy of, I mean, Guys, that came through before we even pulled a single card. So establishing our soul relationship, hearing it, our hands, this is all about the crown chakra and connecting to our guides and following that, even if we're shit scared. Okay. Um, Otherwise, it will continue to get more and more painful to stay. It'll be more painful than the scary, scary energy of the unknown. Okay. Just wow. All right. Well, now can I get back to my all signs here, their sign, all signs, their sign. So if this is a friend or a partner or a former partner or lover, could be a sibling. Okay. We've got you love me, someone that you love for sure, in whatever way. We're going to take a look at their energy here, Aries through Pisces, all signs, their sign. Finish this up. You're ready to stick a finger in your socket to get your macabre some juice. I love it. Well, that's what our soul chariot does, right? It takes us on this road. And I'm looking at this turquoise here all around. See how those are energetically matching there? That's all about the throat chakra. Today's two is more this orange energy of our sacral chakra. That is fear. That could be again keeping us from hearing or knowing or activating our truth. Those, man, that lightning bolt. All right, we're ready here. Okay, there's our jellyfish. Aries could have overstepped some boundaries here. Again, more high priestess energy there with the tentacles that run very deep into the depths of the water. This knowing here, and it feels like they know they have overstepped boundaries. Okay, that person, sister, brother, mother, cousin, lover, friend, whatever. Okay. And to Taurus, it is worth it. Little bit of repair, like repairing, when you give your dog's favorite toys a little surgery and you repair the animals. That's what I'm getting there because they love it. So Taurus, it is worth it to possibly make repairs with, and even if it's in that Five of Cups way, where we recognize, okay, there doesn't have to be anger, and even though it's sad, don't look back in anger, right? Even though it's sad, we take the love with us because we understand that this was necessary. These souls chose each other to activate each other, but it wasn't meant for the whole time. It was meant for that time for them to get activated. Okay. Gemini, miscommunication, not surprised. Gemini is all about learning the swords, the communication energy. And we've definitely got, like I said, both retrogrades on top of the moon being void, of course, the majority of the day. I'm laying low. All right, Cancer. Oh, there's my little, oh, what are those called? Little trailer hitch. I love those. They're so freaking cute. It's all an act. Okay. Cancer either needs to know, or if your person is a Cancer, it's all an act. There's some kind of front. And moving into Leo, unresolved issues. Okay. With Virgo energy, you still miss me. If your person's a Virgo, they think you still miss them if you're not in contact, perhaps. Or so then keep in mind, you guys will have to have your own intuitive hits here. If they come out in reverse, read them any way that you see fit. Maybe they think you don't miss them. Libra, someone has unmet needs. There's a feather there. And Scorpio, Options are being kept open. The Scorpio's keeping options open. And for Sagittarius, we will overcome this. There's daddy saddy energy definitely connected to this lesson big time. And Capricorn, I love this card. There's our lunar coaster. And it's like, what in the what? Capricorn, lies and partial truths. Aquarius, reverse, it is for the highest good. Whatever that's some sage, maybe even a little Palo Santo there, or mixing up some kind of herbs or concoction. It's for the highest good. And Pisces, inevitable. Okay, Pisces, inevitable. We're ending on Pisces with that inevitability of that 8 energy of balance. Okay, so at the end of Pisces season, and with all the Pisces energy that is ramped up, we're getting ready to move. Neptune is moving out of Pisces into Aries. So that fire, and water, leaving the water, coming into the fire energy. It's a pretty big deal. So make sure if you haven't yet, check out the daily energetics. A lot of work into that video. I hope you like the learning aspect of it. Thank you, Peg. I think you wrote you like it. My goal was to make it easier to understand. So I hope that's how it came across for y'all. Thank you so much again. You have an obsidian Merkaba in your car. Oh, that's badass tricks. So cool. I love that. That's really neat. What is virtual, Rebecca? They use the crystals. Oh, but the stringing is way too weak. I find that too, like, especially if they're the stretchy kind, eventually that stretch kind of wears out and then all your crystals go rolling everywhere. Awesome. All right, you guys, please, again, thank you so much for double tapping the screen for me, letting me know you like the video. Also, comments help as well. And obviously sharing my channel and helping those subscriber numbers get the channel up to my goal of my first milestone. I can't even believe it. I think I hit 420 yesterday, and I was like, oh, so that is just awesome. Thank you guys so much for your kindness, love, and generosity. All the fun, love that you share with me. I hold it close to my heart, and I love you very much. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. I'll put that on my to-do list. Oh, good, Kathy. I'm glad. I'm glad. I hope that helped. Even if it's just one thing I say, or if it's just one laugh, then my work here is done. Then I feel successful if it helps somebody. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get my table cleared off and ready for my day. I'll be posting my notes later, along with the graphics for the angel number and our life path energy. And anything else I think of, you'll hear about it. Have an amazing day, everybody. And let's just be cool today. Just lay low. It's a whole mood. Clearly, it's a whole mood right here. And we got some contemplating to do. Trust yourself. Love you, mean it. Bye bye for now.